Hey guys, I'm Jan Occasion, and today we're playing Void War again, because frankly I really like this game, and I've got some space between longer series. So much space, I don't know what the next long series is actually even going to be yet. So yeah, might as well buy myself time with something I enjoy. Nice short stint of warring in the void. Let's do a new game, and there's no random selection button here, so I'm going to roll a d12. It's a 2. Which means we're playing as the witch. Hooray! So Death Bolt the witch has. So 70 health, 3 damage, and Death Bolt casts a projectile that deals 25 HP damage to hostile crew. Is that all hostile crew? Just nice 25 damage. That's pretty amazing. We could wipe out the crew if we just can play for time, so that's interesting. We're going to call her something. I don't like any of these. Ixchel. Mulue. Mulue? Mulue. We're going to call the witch Mulue. Mulue the witch. And I've decided that's how that's pronounced. That might be wrong, but that's how she pronounces it. And who are you to argue? Come on now. But the big thing here, which is very exciting, is that there is a randomized hull option. So this I can just do randomly. And, okay. Nope, this works. So we've got a witch, a blood witch, summons a thrall, really fun, and an elder blood mage. Okay, this actually worked out brilliantly. I was expecting just a witch to be, telling a bunch of, Imperial Guard to run around. Not that they're Imperial Guard. Not that this is Warhammer 40k. It's basically Warhammer 40k. If you haven't seen me play this before, it's just faster than light, but Warhammer 40,000 skin, but, legally distinct Warhammer 40,000. It's all pretty tropey, You could call this a Dune game, honestly. It's all pretty similar. Yeah, okay, so can cast a projectile that deals 1 damage to target ship, which is interesting. So we can whittle their ship down too. Interesting. Ooh, okay. Now this is something we've not had to worry about before. So we actually have a missile template. So our only weapon is missiles. They use ammunition. So munitions is a resource, which I don't think we've ever had to spend playing this game. So we're going to need to make sure that we keep that stocked up, or we're not going to kill much. Unless we just, wait them out and kill all their crew. So we also have the command throne. We have a thrall pit, which constructs blood thralls. So this happens automatically, I think. A strange chamber covered in flesh, frequently found among the ruins of fallen noble houses, may appear to have particular import for certain cultist rituals, like this one. So, yep, automatically sacrifices the nearest thrall to reduce the cooldown to 3 seconds. Brilliant. That's really fun. This is a really cool combo, actually. I really like this, like with the witch, with her death bolt, and then just a bunch of weird, dark rituals going on. Yeah, this is exciting. Alright, let's get to it then. We're going to call our... Maim Stump is pretty good, to be fair. Feral Claw. I like Feral Claw. Alright, on the good ship, HMS Feral Claw. Yeah, we're gonna jump in. Also, I'm gonna play normal difficulty. You can put the difficulty up, and it keeps going up at higher and higher torment levels. We're gonna play on normal because I've not played with these guys before. And frankly, I've not played this game much yet, even though I really enjoy it. It's something I've been sort of saving to play on the channel. And I need to try not to fiddle with the dice that I rolled earlier. I can't help but just fiddle with things like dice if they're within view. So I'll try not to. So the God King has fallen. The Empire is in despair. Brother fights against brother as the ruinous cults sweep across the stars. Or through the stars. Either way, across, through. I'm not picky. The very fabric of reality trembles before the onslaught of demonic swarms. Deep within the Imperial core worlds, one final hope exists, to rekindle the flames within the vault of souls. To the Empire, you are a blasphemer. To the cult, you are a heretic. Trust no one. Let none stop you from bringing the renegades of this forsaken realm to their destined annihilation. Nya. Journey begins. Brilliant. Let's do it. I have high hopes for this lot. We start with 35 scrap. That is going to be used to pay for, to pay for upgrades. So we can upgrade all of our systems. Every time you upgrade a system, well, not every time you upgrade it, but, if you do upgrade it, it'll allow you to put more power into that system. But for that, you need to get the reactor higher level so you can actually have the power to do that. Though, of course, you can just turn off a bunch of things, like your life support, to power other things. So we actually have a spare power here, but that's for our missile bay, which, wow, we actually have to, load Oh, you pick different missile types. That's interesting. How fun. Okay, yeah, I've not seen this stuff before. I might have just spent a munition, but I'm not sure. I should probably maybe turn that off. While it's active, is this going to use missiles? I don't know. I want to find out, though. So let's move on. We're going to head to that merchant, I guess? That seems like a waste. Both of these seem like a waste, but I guess we'll go to the merchant. We might get some scrap here. An Imperial convoy comes into view. As you approach, the ships within the convoy hastily engage their subspace drives, preparing to jump out. All except for one lone vessel which pivots to confront your ship. Alright, so, active pause, press space to pause. And I guess we can use the siege missile. Though we also need to start summoning thralls in their houses. We're going to go here. You see that little thing at the back is a treasure chest. If you break it open, you get a bunch of loot, which is very cool. We're also using a blood spear, I guess, on their shields. I don't know. And we'll use a death bolt. So I assume, yeah, it only damages things in the room. But I guess I'll aim for that Imperial recruit. It's only a couple of husks. So actually, that's not bad. So yeah, he's dead. And then in, 26 seconds again, we can do that again. I'm not even going to use the siege missile. He's only got lasers. He's only got a laser. Lasers can't get through shields, so they can't actually hurt us. So this is perfect. Oh, we didn't break through there, sadly. But we can summon another thrall there in a second. Which, of course, I will. And yeah, we'll kill that guy. So, boom. God, imagine the only ship being left behind being the one that that can't help. That's so sad. Like, it can't do anything to fight us. So this guy. Like, Alright, he's in sensors. And good. We stole a warp lance. Interesting. Shoots one time. It ignores shields. Starts pre-charged. Okay, it's one of those, so you can only shoot it twice. That's pretty cool, but creates multiple warp breaches. That's really fun. I like that. That's very charming, because if you create a bunch of breaches, what tends to happen is the enemy crew will run to try and, repair those breaches, and then we can shoot them with the death bolt. So if we do that in a big room, we can get a bunch of their crew in and blast them. So that's really nice. And we also got some scrap metal. Love it. Do we need to recall the crew? No, we don't. But they get to stay here. They all die between jumps. So yeah, that's pretty nice. We have no weapon system. We only have the missile launcher. We don't actually have weapon systems. God, that's so weird. Interesting. Wow, okay. This is a weird ship. I kind of love it. If we find some more crew that are more wizards and things, that'd be great too. So let's talk to them first. I've witnessed Imperials forming alliances with Cultists. Could this mark the dawn of a new era for our forsaken region? Maybe. You want to trade? Got any witches? Only corset. Oh, actually, no, they got a bunch of blood witches. Ooh. And a necromancer. Do I want 2 ghouls? Or 1 thrall? Interesting. I feel like the rules are better, aren't they? I don't know. I didn't really look at them, but I mean, it's 2 ghouls, which is pretty good. Well, let's get one of them. How much is this worth? This is worth 30, and I guess we're selling it because we have no weapon systems. And that puts us back up to 45. So I think we're going to go all... Do you want to go all blood witches because we're playing as a witch? That feels kind of cool, but also just a variety of, ghoulish creatures. Sounds pretty fun. Loads of thralls and ghouls. The old thrall and ghoul. Now what's this stuff? This is going to give us extra... all sorts, really. I mean, we might get boarded at one point. Let's get a necromancer. Let's do that. Oh, this is fun. Alright, well, that's all good. Let's head to the next spot. So we've still got 15 scrap metal, Do you want to save that for upgrading? Maybe. Maybe I do. Just like extra power into our engines would give us slightly better evasion. Which I think is a good idea if we're playing for time. So let's turn that off and turn that on. We might need that one day. We'll see. Alright. Let's go into the middle, I guess? That way I get a choice of which direction to go in later. A Technocult vessel idles near the jump point. Its crew of machine priests makes contact with you and asks for you to escort them to a nearby penal colony. Apparently they have business with one of the prisoners there. Alright, I guess. Alright, they've added the coordinates, which is up there. So I guess we don't have much of a choice. We're going to the shipyard, which is nice and safe. Cool. An abandoned shipyard floats into view. It appears to be a safe place to rest. So we could repair, we don't need to. We could heal injuries, we don't need to. We get a machine slave, or we could scavenge some munitions, which isn't a terrible idea. Because like we got enough just random nonsense that we can spawn in places. I think I'm going to scavenge munitions, so that way if we do end up using the siege missile, I mean we can easily be using these, to be fair. I think I am going to keep this on from now on. I think we are going to shoot these occasionally. Does additional damage to systemless rooms, so we can do 4 damage per missile. And there's a chance of a fire, chance of a hull breach, and it does minor crew damage. But it ignores shields, which is pretty cool. And like, so do all the summons. So we can put all of these guys into rooms with systems, put these into, like, empty spaces. Could be pretty great, to be honest. Alright, let's do that, and then I'm going to save our stations there. Good. But man, this is exciting. I really like this start. I think this is really fun. It's going to go wrong immediately, I'm sure. We're going to get boarded and every single witch will get killed. You arrive in system a short distance away from the penal colony. The techno priests trailing behind you bristle with anticipation, having nearly reached their destination. Take heed, Commander. Our cognition engines have calculated a high probability of danger. Fire! Okay, that's probably one of the worst things that could happen, actually, because I don't know how well our witches are going to be able to put out fire with their tiny health pools. We do have the Elder Blood Mage, but that's not really his job. I guess I do have that one Husk. So, you know, I do have the Husk that can go and do that, I suppose. As you make your final approach, warning sirens suddenly begin sounding. Incendiary missiles collide with your hull, causing multiple fires across your ship. You target lock the aggressor. That is a lot of fire, but luckily, it's all in stupid places. There we go. Oh, and that too. So hopefully this will just, yeah, we'll just air out all of that. Okay, we're going to shoot there. We're going to shoot in here, maybe? Now, where do I want to start putting people? We don't really need to attack their shields, to be honest. Alright, let's try and put someone in there. That'll overspill. We'll do 1 damage to the ship somewhere. Why not? And more thralls in there too. Alright, so that should put out all the fires, opening those doors. And yep, we did just kill one of their guys. There is a close all doors button. There we go. Fun. And here come all our boys. I mean, they're just going to start smashing things. And, alright, we've just done some more damage with our rockets. We can probably turn that off now, because I think we're just going to end up killing all that crew. If I'm honest. Yeah, our boys running around. Okay, we need to see what these guys are going to do. Are they going to try and... Okay, they're trying to secure the breach. So they're dead. That does shoot really quickly, actually. So yeah, we're about to kill them all. I suppose I can have this turned on. Alright, how are we looking? Oh, he doesn't want to come attack, does he? God, we have so much here. So, okay, you can't control the ghouls. So that's interesting. The ghouls can't be controlled. There we go, we got them. More munitions and scrap. Excellent. But yeah, you can't control the ghouls, but you can control the thralls, which I kind of like. In fact, the ghouls are just going to run around. So they have 10 health each? The thralls have... Okay, they have 10. But the thralls do 1 additional damage. They do more damage. So that I like. These also expire between jumps, so everything still dies. May revive as a torso. That's pretty funny. So they can have their legs blown off and they keep fighting. I like that. Man, I do love all the different units in this game. So you contact the Technopolice to confirm their status. Their overseer reports that their ship has suffered moderate damage, but fortunately nobody aboard was injured during the attack. Good. And they gave us a couple of husks. Amazing. You arrive at the penal colony without further incident. The Technopolice are grateful for your services and offer a set of servo husks as payment. Probably prisoners that weren't doing their job. Okay, awesome. Let's recall our crew, not that we need to. And let's be off. Another unvisited node. That will be, you know, that will be the habit, funnily enough. You come across a death cult warship transporting valuables. Yeah, it sure is. There's some valuables in there. Let's work on grabbing those. So, how much health does he have? Not much. Not much. This is a very similar ship to our ship, honestly, with all the ghouls. So let's kill him, and then just start filling that room with boys. We'll also use a blood spear on the doors, so we can run around the ship without a problem. Oh, also, we need to save our stations. Oh. No, we killed him. We killed him. Sorry, I thought he'd moved for a second. I love how they wiggle around. And so we've got more scrap metal and munitions. And you guys can just relax, huh? Amazing. Let's get a siege missile there. Oh, we didn't get a hull breach. But everyone is dead, so I guess that worked out fine for us anyway. Yay, more scrap metal and munitions. Alright, you guys can stay there. Have fun. It's your ship now. Okay, we could go to that shipyard again and maybe get some more husks. I don't think we need more munitions. There's also a shipyard down here on the way to a merchant, which might be more interesting. But that's systems and modules. We might be able to get weapon systems. Yeah, let's go here and we can go to a shipyard later, if we want to. I mean, we don't really need to visit one. Well, this is a good start for us by the looks of it. You stumble upon a blood cult starship in the middle of repair operation. Before you have a chance to react, they activate their weapons and open fire. That's pretty funny. Okay, let's kill them. And start spawning stuff everywhere. Fun. And dead. And now they're stood in the fire. Perfect. Oh wow, they put it out really quickly. Huh. Oh no, we took hull damage. We do need to upgrade our shields. That is something we need to do. For sure. I might have blown up their ship. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Scrap metal and 1 times burden. Oh, it's a psychic ability that I can equip. That's fun. Psychic projectiles ignore shields, cannot miss. Slows hostile units in target area for 10 seconds. I don't know how useful that is, honestly. I think I might just sell that. Oh, we choose one. Oh, in that case, I guess I'll just go for the scrap metal. I want to upgrade my shields and things. Which I think we're going to do now. Because I can. I mean, that's pretty good, isn't it? Yeah, that works for me. Command throne gives better autopilot. Door control might be nice. Sensors so we can see the enemy better. But if we're going to keep putting people on their ship, it's not so bad. Having a thrall pit. If we can get one of the little boarding sleds or whatever they're called, we could just load up the sled with thralls as well. So we could throw even more enemies like at them. We can throw even more allies at the enemies, I guess. We can just throw more bodies at the enemy. But a charge speed for missiles is cool too. But yeah, engines for evasion and shields as well. These two, I think, are what we're going to focus on, because we will win every battle eventually as long as we can evade most of the stuff being thrown at us and, you know, just take the rest on the chin. So, oh well, we'll figure something out. But that's nice. So, what, 15% evasion? And, which I think can be boosted, I think if it's manned, right? Yeah, an extra 5%, so we've got 20% evasion. So that's kind of nice. And we got 2 barriers. I feel like this is a good start. Then let's go to the shipyard. Although I've spent all my money, so is there any point? I could repair that one pip, but that feels like a waste. Let's go with this unvisited one. Because yeah, we have loads of munitions, actually. They've been really generous with munitions on this one. Or maybe you often get the chance to get munitions and I never bother to opt into it when I can actually get the chance. I don't know. You arrive in system and immediately find yourself engaged with combat, in combat with a raider starship. Well, that won't do. Alright, let's set that on fire. Let's, where are you going? Okay, you're staying there. I might see who goes to stop that missile. You know what, I might as well kill one first, screw it. And let's get all up in their weapon systems. And we have a blood spear as well. Do I want to hit the... Do I want to hit that? Or hit this, maybe? Let's hit that, too. Oh, they just got their sensors, so they cloaked, essentially. Well, they didn't cloak, they blocked us. If they have higher sensor strength than us, then you can't see inside their ship. That's how that works. Alright, that seemed to go quite well. Oh, they didn't like that much. Alright, we killed most of them. Yeah, I'm happy to prolong this a little longer. We should be able to kill them in a second, because they're not going to repair that in time. Okay, fine. Be that way. Oh, and now he's going to go there. Sure. Get a Thrall in there. And another Thrall outside, I guess. Hit more lasers. Lasers can't get through shields. Lasers are scary, though. If shields are depleted, lasers will go through. Like, they draw a line through rooms, and they damage for each room that they hit. Which is very frightening. Loads of scrap, loads of munitions. Excellent. Alright, you guys, enjoy the ship. I'm off. Let's go to the merchant, because we do have 33 scrap now. So we might be able to afford something. So let's talk. I have heard that the likelihood of sustaining injuries from starship-grade weapons fire is ironically pretty low. They say that the internal structure of the ships absorb most of the impact. Is that true? Mind you, I never want to find it out for myself. Alright, let's trade. What have we got? A weapons bay. A husk rack. I mean, it would be really fun to have a launch bay, a husk rack, and a Thrall tube, or whatever the hell it's called, and just keep throwing fodder into the launch bay. More HP for machine priest units. Demonic units get extra health. Interesting. That's all our husks. All our husks and stuff get that, so I think that'd be extra HP for all our husks. Launch bays can load enemy crew. I forgot about that. That's really funny. I mean, the opportunities to use that, I think, are very, very low, but it just means that if you have a launch bay, in a room and an enemy tries to board your ship and walks through there, you can just devour them, which is pretty funny. But yeah, let's get extra HP for all our demonic units. Because that's extra like 50% health for all these guys. They'll put them all up from 20 to 30, and that's, probably an extra good 2 or 3 hits that they get to do before they're taken out, so that's going to be really powerful. Also, I guess we can do a single repair. Nice. And now we're out of scrap again. But I like it. That looked... yeah, this looks promising. You come across an abandoned munitions depot. It is in suspiciously good shape, but whatever supplies that lay within may very well be worth the risk. Let's check it out. Our engines were destroyed, which is awkward. You maneuver your ship in for a closer look. As soon as you drop your guard, a Corsair starship bursts forth and looses a volley of explosives at your ship, taking out one of your systems. You scramble to battle stations and prepare to fight. Luckily, we have a couple of guys in there already, so I think we're fine. Let's shoot our siege missile. I'm going to shoot at the weapons, I mean, it does more damage, right? It does, twice as much damage to systemless rooms. But I don't really need to do hull damage. I just want to destroy their weapons and make them run into that room, I think. And I guess I could also do a blood spear there too. And then we can jump on top of all their systems. Do you want to spread out like that? Maybe. I mean, that's what I've done. Ooh, he survived. He was a Corsair. Alright, Husks are going to be repairing that quite quickly. And... oh, it didn't work. Oh, it didn't work. These are all demonic, but I guess because they're not actually a part of our crew, they don't count. Oh, what a waste. Okay, that module was a complete waste. I would have actually been better to get the one that upgrades your, like, Mechanicum units. That sucks. That's such a pity. Oh. Sad now. Alright, well, he's dead. And he's about to be. Done. Scrap metal and munitions. That's real sad. I'm really sad that they didn't get the bonus from that module. Alright, it's your ship now. Enjoy. So, abstract wounds are weird. They put you in a different... So, from what I've played, I think... oh, wait, is that the mini-boss? I think it might be both. I think abstract wounds might be the mini-boss, but I think they also then put you in, like, a more dangerous version of the run that you're playing. I think. So, they're a bit weird. I'm gonna play it safe. Because we're still in the first area, so, you know, I don't feel particularly... I feel like we're doing fine, but I also don't feel that the next area isn't going to be more challenging. Just enemies having a couple more guns, doing a couple more damage might overwhelm the shields, and we might not have all of this time to, like, devour everyone. So anyway, we found a damaged Raider starship. They opened fire at you. Is that the fire that they opened? They had it in a little can. We've opened the fire. Good, good, I'm glad. That's kind of you. Start just cramming them all in here, I guess, and you can kill the one in there. Well, yep, that... oh! Yep, it did kill him. The fire finished him off. Alright, well, it looks like we're summoning a lot of guys slightly far away from him. He's on his way back, it's fine. We'll get him soon. Got him. Alright, more scrap metal munitions. Amazing. And off to the Stargate. You approach the Stargate. Okay, Imperial Shrineworlds or Desolate Sector. I'm not sure. I have no idea really what the difference is between these two, what we'll encounter and what we won't. I imagine we'll have more fights against Imperials here. Maybe this will have more pirates? I don't know. Let's err on the side of devouring everyone. I mean, we're basically playing like a zombie faction. You gotta go for the ones that are, you know, more populated. You enter a sector containing a cluster of Imperial Shrineworlds. The adherents of the Radiant Dogma are known for their near-fanatical devotion to the God King. They do not take kindly to outsiders. Good. Good, that's what I had hoped for. So yeah, systems, modules, armaments. Crew. I like the sound of that. Ooh, missile templates as well, though. That might be worthwhile, getting more missile templates. So maybe we do need to go north. We will miss out on crew, so we'll be able to do more zombie stuff, but I think we will need missiles from time to time. And having more missile templates that have, like, different things going on. Alright, destroyed transport vessel, extra munitions, thank you. But yeah, I would like to have more versatility there. We just got some Chaos Armor. Lovely. There's a destroyed cultist vessel here. You were able to scavenge some protective gear from the wreck. Well, let's take a look. Who can actually equip that? Because that's armor, so... why is it starting on you? Okay, we can put it on Blue. Nice. 100 health. I feel a bit safer there now. And... I don't think we need to do the Nexus of Influence. This basically just means that more Imperial stuff will show up. If you pray at it, basically. If you go to these shrines, any like Nexus of Influence, whatever shrine it is, you can like dedicate yourself to it. Basically, you can kind of join that faction, and you'll encounter more of that stuff in shops and things. So, an Imperial commander appears on your comm screen and launches into a diatribe about Imperial codes for space travel. Suddenly, his tirade ends as his ship launches an attack. I think he was trying to distract us. Let's blow him up. And by blow him up, I mean eat all his friends. Yeah. to just fill their ship up with baddies. Oh, that guy's got a bit more health. He's an enforcer, that's why. Interesting. Interesting. And see, look, they are depleting our shields. And their evasion just dropped. Ooh. And another one fired. I don't have it on automatic. Why did it fire again? Or was that the first one? I think that was the first time it shot. I think we also missed. Really? You're all still alive? That's hardly fair. You guys aren't playing nice. Yeah, they all do 3 damage. Yeah, he's still got quite a lot, actually. He's got a lot of health. Let's aim for him again. Okay, get some thralls. Good. Yeah, I think we're safe. And yet siege missiles ready again, but I don't want to blow them up. I don't want to blow them up. You get more loot if you actually take over the thing, I think. I'm playing by FTL rules right now. Interesting, they lowered our shields. So, we get to choose one. Do we want a welding torch, puts up repair speed, and gives us some scrap metal? I mean, that's quite good. Extra repair speed on one of these guys would be really nice. So maybe I do want to do that. I think I will. So, you know, I want to put it on there. I want to put it on Cancer 4. Excellent. Where is he anyway? Oh, he's there. He's there, keeping the engines going. I mean, I like that. That's good. Make sure shields remain good. Let's also save those stations. And, oh, you have to use that. Oh, well, that's silly and confusing. That's an ability that you use. So we can actually... Nope, that's not. Sorry, that's always active. It looks like a button you press, but apparently it isn't. But yeah, it is wrong, though. It's not doing anything to our boys. I thought for a second I'd misunderstood, but no, I understood correctly, and it just doesn't work. So, hooray. Breach charges. Creates up to 3 hull breaches. I mean, that's nice, but you actually have to have it on you when you go onto the enemy ship, and all of our guys get summoned from, you know, from who knows where. So you come across an abandoned comet mining operation. The former operators have left behind a quantity of explosives. Well, isn't that lovely? Let's crack on. A strange starship is visible ahead. Dark energy streams off its port, and it bears down towards you with infernal speed. Well, that won't do one bit. Let's blow that up a bit. Is that even worth doing? Because actually, like a fire and a hull breach, like what does that matter? We destroy the dungeon heart, you see. So actually, I think maybe we just destroy this. Let's put it on automatic and we'll just blow this room up. I'm also going to summon random things wherever. And we'll see what we can destroy. And yeah, I guess you can kill that skeleton. Alright, we killed the skeleton. And I guess you can also shoot something too. Let's blow up the sensors. I don't know why. Because we can. So yeah, everyone just wailing on things. It is helping. There we go. There we are. So yeah, when your guys do smash up systems, it does do hull damage as well. The blast sends the ship's contents hurling in all directions. Scrap metal and munitions. There's no killing the crew on those like dungeon ships, those like demon ships, because they have a dungeon, like a not a dungeon heart. See, when I see the heart in like a maze like that, I just immediately think of Dungeon Keeper, and I think of the dungeon heart. Okay, I can't help it. It's essentially what it is. So, your spacecraft materializes beyond the borders of a shattered space colony. Grotesque statues of the war deity Crom are scattered across its surface. We can use our blood psyker to have our psyker reveal nearby forces. Let's do that. We found an Imperial scribe. He's going to love it here. All friendly crew aboard ship gain immunity to debilitating effects for 10 seconds. I mean, that's nice. He can protect our boys. It's got 90% fire resistance too, for some reason. Your Psycho conducts a blood ritual that reveals all life forms present in the region. The ritual leads you to a small annex near the outskirts of the colony. You discover a frightened scholar hiding within. The scholar decides to join your party. He wasn't frightened until we discovered him. You know, we're like, okay, you're coming with us. So, okay, sure, alright, no problem. Can I can swap him around. I like how it does this. It's a cool thing. In fact, can I put you all down here? Okay, now that is, I think, a mistake. I think you should be able to do different layers, and they shouldn't always follow on. The fact you can move them around is great, but if you could put all of your husks into one layer, it means like, okay, I need people to repair. Let's go to my repair people, and you'd be fine there, right? But like right now, yeah, I don't know. I think it'd be quite good to be able to do that. So that's something I'd like to see in future. You know, if the developers happen to catch a whiff of this, then yeah, please do that. So we can do some more upgrades. So, I mean, I can do a bunch of power, but we don't actually need that much. I guess I'll just put up my engines a little. Cool. And you know what? The Thrall Pit. Yeah, faster build speed. Yeah, you can have it build twice as quickly. That's it. And yeah, better charge speed there would be nice too. In fact, I could do that. I could bolster that as well. So if I really need to start shooting missiles in a hurry, I can maybe put down evasion by 5%. That's not a bad idea. Also, the drive charge speed goes up as well, which is your ability to warp away. You don't actually have to complete every encounter. You can just run away. But it takes time for the engines to charge again. You know, same as FTL. It's a good mechanic though. I like it, especially when you're always encountering random stuff. It's a very good idea to have a means to just like get out if you're sort of stuck, because you might be in a position where you have mostly lasers, but their shields are too good to be lowered, right? So, you know, you might just be stuck, in which case you just have to sit and bear the brunt of their attacks until you're able to escape, which is cool. I like it. So you got a couple of weapons here. Thunder Cannon and the Retributor. Scary. You encounter an Imperial vessel. Judging by the scorch marks on its hull, it appears to have taken some damage. Before you can further assess the situation, it arms its weapons and fires at you. So one of those was damaged when we walked in here, and it's immediately fine again. So they are jamming us. Oh, I know someone's piloting it, so let's just attack there. And then we'll just start. I guess I'll attack their sensors and their engines, and I'll attack that empty room. Cool. Okay, good. So we destroyed the sensors, now we can see. Love it. And yeah, we did some damage to him. There's a lot of fire in here already, which is nice. It would have been nice to have known that sooner. Then potentially we could have attacked like a specific point. That would have been pretty good. Although, it does look like our boys are doing well here. And that's on automatic again, which I did not want it to be. Keep. Alright, hunt him down, yeah? Come back. Okay, we got him. We almost destroyed their ship. But luckily, we didn't. Alright, you guys can keep it. I mean, some of those guys you literally can't control, so, you know. They'll probably just keep smashing. Do I need to go to a shipyard? I mean, I can get some more husks. Do I need to fill my entire ship up with husks? I mean, if I get boarded at any point, we're going to need some bodies to throw at them, aren't we? Because, like, summoning takes time. So, yeah, maybe. Maybe we do just need a bunch of husks. We can also get munitions, but I think we got 33, I want to say, maybe 39? I can't quite see. There's just a tiny bit of glare on my screen, enough for that to become basically invisible for me. Not usually a problem, but with this, yeah, problem. I mean, I can't just back out of it and look. I have 39. Cool. Like, we're not actually stuck here. I'm going to go to this one. Alright, we're going to see if we can get more encounters so we can just keep getting more scrap. I want to be able to upgrade as much as possible. We have a module, which is an inertial probe. Enemy ship loses 10% evasion when your sensor status is active. That's pretty cool. If we had a bunch of weapons that were inaccurate. You know? But currently, kind of pointless. So, oh, and it's a module. I don't think you can sell modules. you can replace them. So this is sort of nothing, sadly. Although the missile, I think, can be evaded. I think that can be evaded. I think someone has dodged it already, so, you know, maybe that's not the end of the world. There's a hidden research facility here. You recover some advanced technology. And, oh, and now we need to decide whether we install it. We may as well install it because we have room. Because you can... Ooh, actually, can you? I think you can replace them. You can replace modules whenever you like. I think. But they're destroyed in the process. I think. God, I hope so. Right, let's crack on. More scrap, please. Your ship emerges from subspace and nearly collides with the wreck of an abandoned fuel depot. The depot has nothing of value, you move on. Oh, really? Alright, you know what? I shouldn't have spent all that scrap on upgrades. My bad, guys, my bad. The creation of husks is both reviled and accepted by denizens of the Empire. Not everyone can tolerate their presence, but no one can deny their usefulness. Well, good. Good stuff. So the one we have... Okay, so this is a weird one. Is that going to be it? Okay, here it is. Here it is. So we can have 3 equipped. So this one, obviously 2 times damage to systemless room, so we can do 4 damage a shot. But then we have saber missiles. I mean, they all ignore shields. That's 2 damage. Number of shots 1. Charge time 18. Like, I don't know. That seems just much worse than our siege missile. There's another siege missile, which is the exact same thing. And then the flare missile. Inflicts minor crew damage. High chance of hull breach. Costs 1 munition. Does 1 hull damage per shot. Shoots once. I mean, high chance of hull breach, I guess, is like the thing, but I don't think we really need that. Auto surgeon might be nice. So this I much prefer over how FTL does it. Ooh, fires a psychic blast that stuns enemy crew. Can target own ship. That's pretty cool if we're going to stun them and then just devour them. That's kind of nuts. Also, blood cultists, which are all these guys. Get them extra health, that's really nice too. Damn. Oh, we only have 60, so we can't afford the auto surgeon. We could get the terror amplifier though. That's so tempting. That is so tempting. We can sell these as well, but only for 1 each. But honestly, might as well. Can't sell anything else. We have nothing else to sell. I guess I could sell... No, I can't sell crew. God, I wish I'd get more things. I mean, extra HP for the blood cultists would be great, because these have so little health. Well, actually, he's got quite a lot, but, you know, the blood witches having more health would be really good for us. But I think the terror amplifier might be better. We could stun things on our own ship as well, but that's a system, so we're going to need to power it. Right, we're going to need to upgrade it and power it. And that's going to cost us so much scrap in the long run. But that does seem sort of perfect for what we've got going on, doesn't it? God, this is a tough one. Yeah, this is a tough one. I think we buy the terror amplifier. And I'm going to put it, I don't know, back here, I guess? Yeah, sure. Alright, that'll do. And I can't afford anything else. But yeah, kind of a bust with regards to missiles. Not really any worthwhile missiles to grab. Oh, and we need to power that. Oh, nice. Good start. All them standing in a room on fire and then we stun them, that would be pretty funny. I think I'd enjoy that. So we can't change anything yet, we're paused. A damaged Imperial vessel is idling near a jump point. As soon as it notices you, it primes its weapons and begins shooting. And it's also on fire. That's unrelated. Don't worry about it. So we'll wait for them to run into flames. And then we'll fire our terror blast. Oh, it's only 1 room. But... oh. Balls. Alright, let's hit them anyway. Okay. Nailed it. It's pretty funny. So the enemy crew has been killed. But yeah, we need to, you know, get used to the speed that the terror amplifier fires at, because turns out it's quite slow. But that was pretty good. That went well. Let's crack on. The fact we killed everything without even summoning our guys, pretty amazing. You pass by the ruins of an orbital outpost. The extreme level of radiation detected within precludes any attempt to mount a salvage expedition. You move on. That sucks. So a lot of these events that are just like, you see a place, who cares, bye. Those ones, I'm pretty sure that is because we don't have a specific kind of character or module or whatever. You know, it isn't just like, here's a node that does nothing. It's like, here's a node that does nothing for you. Which I kind of like. I kind of like the idea of each time it's, you know, it's going to be a little different. There'll be places you encounter that might be really useful if you happen to have the right tools at hand. You know, diversifying your crew is quite a good idea, but obviously having all summonable things for each thing we summon, like additionally, means summoning is just better in total, because having one guy at a time on the enemy ship isn't going to be that useful, but having 3 guys all at the same time, that's a lot more for the enemy to juggle, that's a lot more DPS, it's just better, right? So going all in is a good strategy, but also diversifying is a good strategy for other reasons. I think that's kind of fun, having to juggle those two sort of conflicting sort of design choices. I like that. You know, it's like building tall or building wide. It's good. I like it. So we approach the Stargate. Technocult, Blood Cult, Technocult. Blood Cults is going to be a lot of stuff trying to board our ships, I think. Technocults, it'll be a lot of like husks and yeah, tech priests that probably wouldn't have that much health. So I think that's the way to go. I'm a little worried about this thing though, but also I'm curious, and even if like going into the big skull region ends our run, I think it might be fun. So, you know, I'm happy to do that. For the sake of fun. You arrive at a Technocult-controlled sector. The priests of the machine cult are defined by their pursuit of knowledge and rationality above all else, though some say many of their kind have taken these ideas too far.